everyone and welcome to my channel. Today I'm here to show you how I created this look using mostly E.L.F. Cosmetics products. E.L.F. is one of the drugstore brands I really like the most, okay? It's one of my favorite drugstore brands because they do offer very good products and they're the cheapest ever. You can't go cheaper than E.L.F. and yet find quality there. I am not talking about all of their products because I must confess I've tried a couple of ones that I didn't love, but most of them are really good, including some of the brushes, most of their makeup. Everything I use today on this tutorial I really love, okay? And that's why I'm here to share that with you. Come check this out. Bye! Alright, so let's get started. I already placed these tapes, okay? These are hospital tapes. They're a little bit more gentle than the tapes I was using before. And I've already filled in my brows using this E.L.F. brow kit that I've had. Okay, this isn't new. And I used a cute little brush, an angled brush, to do that. Also by E.L.F. and also something I already had. Now I'm going to apply a little bit of this primer. This is by Urban Decay. And the reason why I don't have E.L.F's today is because I have tried that before and that's one of the very few things I didn't like. So I'm using my good old Urban Decay Original Primer only on my lower lid. Now using one of my favorite blending brushes by Sigma E40, I'm going to apply a little bit of this color called Pebble, which is a cool mid-tone taupe shade. And I'm going to apply that on my crease, okay? This is a good blending crease color. And I just wanted to get rid of this, okay, before I finish blending the other side. And oh my god, I used this tape. This is a new tape I bought. It's supposed to be more gentle than the one I used, but oh my goodness, this got stuck to my skin so badly, even though I try to get rid of the glue on the back of my hand. But anyways, let's get rid of that, clean this up a little bit, and continue to my blending. And that's what it should look like. And now I'm going to apply a little bit of this raspberry truffle color, okay? This is also a beautiful color. It's not super crazy pigmented, but I really liked it. And I'm going to use a small smudge brush, also by E.L.F. Cosmetics. And I'm going to apply that on my outer corner. And that color is just going to serve as a base to the next color I'm going to apply, okay? It's also going to be a maroon color, but it's going to be a blues pigment. So it's going to show a lot more, but because it's a little bit darker, I just didn't want to throw that on my lid without a base underneath. And now it's time for me to apply that pigment, which is called Magical Maroon. I'm going to use this short shader brush by Sigma, and I'm going to apply a little bit of this All Nighter by Urban Decay, okay, on the brush. And that's going to help the color look a lot more vibrant. Now I'm just going to blend that real quick with my finger. Next, I'm going to apply a little bit of the Celebrity color, which is another loose mineral pigment, okay? And I'm going to use this E.L.F. Cosmetics brush as well to apply that color. I'm not going to wet the brush just yet because I want to get some color there before I do that. I'm going to apply that on my lid and highlight my inner corner as well. And just remember to tap your brush whenever you're using a loose pigment, especially so that you don't grab too much product, especially in this case because I'm still going to wet the brush and apply a little bit more over it, so I don't want a whole lot of product to be there. And let me give you a close-up before I go any further. I'm just going to touch up things here and there. Also with my fingers, it's always a good option to blend product with your fingers. And now I'm ready to apply that Urban Decay's All Nighter on my brush just a couple of times. You don't want to wet the brush too much, okay? You don't want to soak the brush. And I'm using the same color I applied previously right there. I'm using Celebrity, okay? And as you can see, it's already so much more vibrant. I love it. Now back to my maroon color, I'm just going to touch up that outer corner, okay, and blend those two colors nicely together. As always, I love, this is one of my favorite blending brushes by Sigma. I believe I said that before, but it is. It's a really good fluffy brush. If you don't want any harsh marks, that brush is just the brush. It's perfect. And again, I'm just touching up that outer corner, okay, because I do want the color to show. I don't want it to be screaming, but I do want that color to show. So I'm just fixing it up, touching it up here and there, and blending. Now I'm going to apply a little bit of this Milani's Black Bella shadow. It's a black matte shadow on my outer corner and bring it in a little bit into my crease. And I'm going to use a pencil brush by Sigma to do that. I'm sorry, I'll be cheating a little bit here, but I already owned a few different matte black shadows. I really didn't need to buy another one by E.L.F, and so I didn't, okay? You only need so many. You can only have so many black matte shadows, and I really didn't need to buy another one. Back to my fluffy brush, let's blend everything together here and there. And here I go, cheating again. So sorry about that, but I'm going to use my favorite highlighting color, which is this one by Urban Decay from their Naked Basics palette, okay, the first one. The color is called Venus, and I'm using Sigma's angled brush to do that. Moving on, I'm ready to apply my liquid eyeliner. And even though I have the hardest time applying liquid eyeliners, I already had this at home, so I didn't find the need to buy their gel eyeliner. So I'm just going to take my time, okay, and trace little lines as I always do, and then connect them. I find that when I do that, I will most likely not make a mistake here. If you have that problem, if you have a hard time applying either gel or liquid eyeliner, try this. Try to do little lines and then trace them together. That might work for you as well. And if you're not a cat eye eyeliner kind of girl, just feel free to modify this to your taste. Now I'm going to apply my $1 falsies and I'll be right back, okay? By the way, these are also by E.L.F. Falsies in place. I'm going to wait for that glue to dry. In the meantime, I'm going to apply my eyeliner, also by E.L.F. This cost $1, on my lower lash line and waterline as well. Back to my smudge brush, I'm going to apply a little bit of this raspberry truffle color right over the eyeliner to smudge that. By the way, this is a total optional step. You could have just left it alone right with the eyeliner and it would have looked just as nice. Now that the glue is dried, I am ready to touch that up, okay, with my eyeliner again, just to make sure the glue is not going to show at all. Moving on, I am ready to apply my mascara, also by E.L.F. This cost $2. It isn't the very best mascara I've tried, but it's pretty good. I was surprised. Let's make sure I get enough on top to connect the false ones to my natural lashes as well as on my bottom lashes. This is it for the eyes. Let me give you a close-up. And now I'm finally ready to start my skin. And as always, I'm going to start by applying my green concealer on my red spots. Next, I'm going to apply E.L.F's Flawless Finish Foundation, and I really liked it. To me, this was such a good finding because it gives me a natural glowing look without making me shiny or anything. Not to mention it costs $6, guys. It gives me a medium coverage. It lasts all day on my face, okay, again without making me all shiny. I may have to touch up with some powder around my nose and maybe on my chin, but that's it. And it's also easy to blend and it doesn't transfer. Here it is, my flawless skin with E.L.F's foundation. Now I'm going to apply a little bit of concealer, also by one of their little palettes, concealer palettes, and I'm going to apply the lightest shade on this palette. And I'm going to use the little tiny brush that came in the palette to apply that underneath my eyes. As always, I like to form a triangle shape underneath my eyes. I'm also going to highlight the center of my forehead with it, the center of my chin, and then blend everything. Notice how I'm bringing the concealer up towards my temples, okay? And not on a straight line, but towards my temples, up towards my temples. Now I'm ready to blend everything in with my damp beauty blender. And you want to make sure you don't rub that beauty blender. You just want to dab and press, bringing it up, okay, towards your temples. And by the way, don't be afraid to use enough product, okay, because the beauty blender will soak in some of that product, so you don't have to worry about looking like you have too much product on your face. And we're finally getting somewhere, and now I'm ready to apply my Bare Minerals Mineral Veil with my big fluffy brush by Sigma. I'm going to apply that underneath my eyes to seal the concealer I just applied, as well as on my T-zone. Touch up my eyeshadow underneath my eyes, okay? I just feel like after I applied the concealer, I needed to touch that up a little bit. Moving on, I'm going to use this E.L.F's Blush and Bronzer Duo, which I've had, okay, this isn't new, but I've had it and I really like it. I'm going to use the blush and the bronzer only on my cheeks, only because it has a little bit of shimmer, okay, so I couldn't use that to contour my whole face. And it's only a very little bit of shimmer, and that's why it doesn't really bother me to do it on my cheeks. But because I have oily skin, I'd rather not contour my whole face with a product that has shimmer. If it doesn't bother you, hey, go for it. Now I'm going to apply the blush and blend that with the bronzer, okay? I really like this blush. It's not as pigmented as the bronzer, but it's really nice as well. To finish contouring my face, I'm going to use my one and only Sephora Sol de Rio bronzer, which does not have any shimmer. It isn't too dark, it's perfect for my skin color, and it's matte. I'm going to start contouring my forehead close to my hairline, and you want to make sure you blend that really well because you don't want any lines or anything to show. You want this to look very natural. Now I'm going to take care of that double chin I hate so much, and I love to be able to hide it. Moving on to the jawline. Okay, you want to make sure you do a parallel line right underneath your jaw, and don't forget to blend that. And now I love to do this at the end. I can't finish my makeup without doing this. I love blending everything together with a big fluffy kabuki brush, and this one is by E.L.F as well. And to finish up the look, I'm going to apply a little bit of this gloss. It's called Ballet Slippers, which is a pretty light coral shade. And this is the final look, loves, using mostly E.L.F Cosmetics products. I think it came out pretty good. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Alright, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye!